What is going on, everyone? It is your boy Chris here. How is everybody doing? Hopefully you all are well. I'm doing well myself on this beautiful Sunday. Formula One Sunday, I should say. The first race of the season, the Bahrain Grand Prix. And what a race that was. What a race that was for sure. Congratulations to our race winner, Charles Leclerc, because what a drive that he put in. What a performance. And yeah, I mean, I do want to give one big shout out to a Ferrari engine user in the Haas, because they definitely did their thing today. They look like they're on a resurgence. Even from preseason testing, they were doing well. They were having fast drives, and Kevin Magnussen definitely looked like he didn't miss a step. Stepped away for what, a year and some change, came back and put that car in 7th position, and he looks like he's definitely going to try to lead the team, along with young Mick Schumacher, who I believe slipped out of the points. Unfortunately, he was having a good race himself, but Kev, he was up there. He was competing. He was in the midfield for the most part. I want to say his highest position was maybe 5th or 6th. He did finish 7th, but that Haas looks like it's going to definitely be putting some pressure on the rest of that midfield. And I'm excited for it, definitely, because it has been a few seasons, a few bad seasons for Haas. But yeah, they look like after that break, after that restructuring, all the drama with the Mazepin family and all the drama with Russia didn't really seem to affect them too much. It is only the first race of the season, but from preseason testing and this race alone, it looks like Haas definitely has a pretty competitive car. They won't be competing for constructors or world champions just yet, but it looks like they'll definitely be putting some pressure on that midfield, and hopefully, they definitely place pretty high once the end of the season comes, because with that money and with those finances, I think that they can start really developing their team and potentially become a consistent midfield contender. So that's all well and good for them, and hopefully they do well throughout the rest of the season. And I've always liked Kevin Magnussen. I think that he can definitely help Mick. He's probably a better teammate than Nikita Mazepin was for Mick, and they will definitely help each other. And I have belief in that partnership there. So hopefully Haas does have a great season. I do want to say I'm not a complete supporter for McLaren, but I was pretty disappointed in McLaren today, because I was hoping that they would turn their pretty decent season last season into even better season this year. I mean, once again, it is only the first race, but they didn't look like they had a really good race at all. They started on medium tires, and maybe that really wasn't the best. Daniel Ricciardo, he qualified like 18th, and Lando was somewhere up in the midfield, I think. They did look like they had a bit of a misstep there. It's for the most part probably just a write-off for them, and they're just going to be looking into their next race. I like McLaren, so I hope that they will get their things together and hopefully get back to where they were pushing for 3rd and 4th. But that will be hard, because if if we have our race winner Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, which placed P2, so it was a Ferrari 1-2, and I mean, they look like they're definitely going to be really fighting that Red Bull, and even the Mercedes. Lewis did place 3rd, but he did only start in P5. I do want to say George Russell did have a great race himself. He, I think, finished maybe 5th, or actually might have been 4th. I have to look at the table again, but Ferrari, they look like they're really going to be pushing the limits this year, and it's going to be exciting. I definitely have an eye on them, and I see them definitely going far, because that car looked pretty unstoppable. Charles, he had a phenomenal race. Started P1, finished P1. Fought off all the pressure from Max throughout the race. Every time that Max got it past him or looked like he was going to get past him, he defended well, got that place back, stayed P1, and built a great gap from Max Verstappen throughout the race. Just on Max Verstappen and the Red Bulls, it is unfortunate they did come out the race. Max, he was complaining about some issues after that third pit stop, issues with his steering and his wheel, and then eventually the car just died on him, and he went into the pits and retired. And then shortly after, I want to say it might have been the last 2 laps, it might have been lap 55. Checo, he was complaining about something, and then he had a spin, and his car died on him as well. So, it's unfortunate for Red Bulls. They picked up no points. The world champion in Max Verstappen, I'm sure he's very frustrated, very pissed. Like I said, after that third pit stop, he was complaining the whole way about issues. And I guess maybe he didn't really make the best of the safety car situation that there was. After Pierre Gasly's car caught on fire and died on him as well. So, it looks like it possibly could be maybe an issue with that Honda engine. But I don't know. It's really unfortunate for those three, and Max, Gasly, and Checo Perez. But they'll recover next race. They have one eye on the next race, and I'm sure that they'll sit down, figure out the issues, and work through it. I don't believe that as much of a competitor as Max Verstappen is, he's going to let this really affect him too much. It is a misstep. He didn't score any points for his team, so Red Bull do start off, pretty badly. But it's they're a great team. Max is a great driver, Checo's a great driver, and same with Pierre Gasly. So I'm sure they'll just go on to the next race and do what they have to do to score some points and really compete for the titles again. But yeah, all the drama really came towards the end, especially once the safety car situation happened. Everybody was really digging in at that point, and there was overall a lot of really good performances out there. Once again, Charles Leclerc, he did his thing. Carlos Sainz was a phenomenal teammate, and he placed that car on P2. And then Lewis Hamilton, who was having a pretty frustrating race and definitely didn't place anywhere where near where he wanted to. There was murmurs of Mercedes not really feeling very competitive this season, and they were looking a bit off. Like I said, Lewis and George Russell, they were in like P5, P6, kind of just hanging around there, with Lewis's ex-teammate and Valtteri Bottas near there, in and around there as well. But Mercedes do look a little off. Once again, as I've been saying, it is their first race for these constructors and these drivers, so it's kind of almost a write-off if they've had any bad situations or missteps. But it is going to be a very interesting season, I will say, with these new cars, these new young drivers, and Guan Yu Zhou, or Zhou Guan Yu, and Mick Schumacher. He's in a better car with, I would say, a better teammate. So it is going to be a very interesting season. We'll definitely, I think, experience some big upsets, some surprising situations. But overall, this was the instant race reaction. It was a great race. I was pretty much locked in the whole way through, and I'm excited for the rest of the season. So you guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys have a constructor or a driver you guys are looking at. Let me know if you want more of these kind of videos. I'm just kind of in and around YouTube these days, but whatever. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, let me know what you guys think about this race and the upcoming races, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.